Hey, what's going on? If you want to get a complete system that makes melting fat easy and is 100% automated, then I want you to go to the link that's on the bottom of your page right now. YouTube doesn't let me make that link clickable, so you're actually gonna have to type it into your browser, or I also put the copy of the link in the description, so you can click on that or type it into your browser. All right. For now, enjoy the video, and after you're done with this video, make sure to go to that link to get a complete fat melting system.
Now this next technique is extremely important considering that 90% of fights, especially 90% of street fights, even MMA fights, if you watch the UFC, they at some point are tempted to go to the ground, or at some point they go to the ground. And right now you've learned some striking, learned your jab, your cross, your uppercuts, you learned where to hit somebody, you're becoming a professional striker, and that's great, you know. But if you can't defend a takedown, somebody takes you down, now you're in trouble. Now you're in their world. So we want to learn how to stop takedowns so we can keep it on standing, sort of like a Chuck Liddell. If you've ever seen Chuck Liddell, UFC Hall of Famer, he was a really good wrestler. He knew jiu-jitsu, but his top thing was striking. He was an amazing striker who good at knocking people out. But what he's even better at is making it so people couldn't take him down by sprawling, right? It's called sprawl and brawl. It's a technique. So we want to learn how to sprawl so we can, punch, keep our hands up, good striking, and eventually knock somebody out. Or just, it's also on top of that a really good workout for your hamstrings, your lower back. It'll help prevent lower back pains and strengthen the whole back side of your body. So normally somebody, when they try to take you down, Angela's going to do a basic kind of thing. She just tries to attack my legs, right? So when they grab your legs, she grabs my legs, boom, we grab our legs. We want to get our legs back, so that's why we use our sprawl, okay? I'm going to demonstrate. She goes to attack me now. She's pushing forward. I want to kick my legs back, put all my weight on her, and sprawl, blah, and it's going to flatten her out. See how she flattens out now? She's dead, all right? I keep my hips back. I push back, and I circle, all right? So I'm going to demonstrate without Angela, so I don't have to beat her up that bad. But the sprawl is somebody is attacking my legs. They're attacking me, so I want to get my hips back, and they're under me, so I want to drop down like an avalanche on top of them, flatten them out, and I can push away, get up, or if I want to go to my jiu-jitsu game or wrestling game, I can get on top of them. Yeah, we're going to learn that later. So the sprawl, I put my hands where my feet were, my hips go to the ground, because I'm trying to get my hips away from them, my chest stays up. So it's going to look like this. Hands where my feet were, my feet are there, my hands are going right there. My hips are laying flat to the ground, my chest is up, I'm looking up, and my feet are laces down. That meaning I don't want to drive my feet into the ground, like so, and keep my hips down, because if they push into me, my feet are going to act like planted, and it's going to allow them to get back under me. I want to have my laces down, so if they push, I slide. Okay, so we sprawl with laces down, all right? Hips to the ground, hands where your feet were. So my feet are here. When I sprawl, a person, Angela comes to attack my legs. Let's say she came to attack my legs. I'm going to get my hands back. I'm going to go, she's underneath me. I'm going to sprawl on top of her like an avalanche. 1, 2, 3. And my hips are on the ground. Heads up, chest up. And from here, this is our sprawl. We flatten the person out, and now you can work our game from there. So let's do it one more time. Angela, I want to do it again here. So she's gonna attack me, right? Boom, she goes, oh, I sprawl back, boom, put my finger, and I sprawl her out, all right? And I push back, circle, and I'm off. Now, the biggest thing I see 90% of people mess up this mistake right here. And I've seen top college wrestlers do this. I've trained with the guys that train out, I don't want to name any schools, but really high-level colleges and high-level wrestlers, they'll mess up on this, and basic people mess up on this as well. And you're not going to mess up on it because you're going to know it now. So we'll sprawl perfectly. Now, when you sprawl, somebody's attack you. They try to take you down, right? A sprawl. Laces down, head up, all right? Now, a big thing people do is when they sprawl, they just come right back up here in that back air stance. That person's right there, and you just came back right in front of them, and now they're going to attack you again, and they have a better possibility of taking you down. So when we sprawl, we want to always do is they're underneath us, boom, they're trying to get to our legs, we want to act like life or death. So I want to push back, and I want to circle. So that's one of the biggest details. When you're drilling it, like a lot of times you'll see people drill, they're here, sprawl, back up in their stance. There's drilling it. But that's not proper practice, and it's not going to lead to perfection. Perfect practice leads to perfection. So we want to sprawl, push back, and circle. So now, we sprawled, got the person underneath us, we're going to push away from them, circle around, cut that angle so they can't just jump right back at us. So another example, Angela's going to take one more for the team. She's going to shoot on me, boom. I'm going to sprawl, and I push back, circle. And now when she gets up, she'll know where I'm at. And I can punch her, kick her, do whatever I want, all right? So that's our sprawl. Very important technique, sprawl and brawl. You want to be able to control when you go to the ground and when you don't go to the ground. And whenever someone wants to take us down, we want to get away. We want to use one of our top techniques.
Hey, what's going on? If you're enjoying the video so far, do me a huge favor and click on the like button below. You'll get your good deed for the day out of the way. It helps me out a lot. Also, go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment. Something as simple as good video or I enjoyed the video. It really helps me out with YouTube. Alright, here's the rest of the video.
Techniques. Number one technique of stopping takedowns is a sprawl. So you got your strikes now, you got your sprawl. We're going to add them all together, and we'll be able to sprawl and brawl. So how we're going to drill this, we're going to do 3 2-minute rounds. 3 2-minute rounds where we're striking and sprawling, all right? Every 15 seconds, we're going to sprawl. So we have a 2-minute round. You should sprawl 4 times every round, 4 times every minute, 8 times every round, all right? So you're going to get a bunch of sprawls in there. You get 24 sprawls while we're practicing our striking, so we're practicing our sprawl and brawl. We're going to sprawl and strike. And you're going to do this on air, all right? Anywhere but with perfect practice. So we sprawl, the key points. We want to put our hands where our feet were, hips to the ground, chest up, laces down. We're going to push back and circle. And Angela's going to demonstrate. So she's going to be in her striking stance. Okay? Good. She's striking. She has a jab, cross, 15 seconds are coming up. And now uppercut. And now she's going to sprawl. So she's going to sprawl. Good. Hands or feet are chest up, push back, and circle around. Okay? You want to push back. She's going to do again. She's going to demonstrate right here. Good. Face the camera. She's going to sprawl. Right here. Now she's going to push back on her knees, go on her knees, push back on her knees. Good. Now she's going to circle around. Good. And circle, circle, circle. So you're going to do that every 15 seconds. We're putting everything together now. We have our strikes now. We're mixing up our jab, our cross, our uppercuts, our hooks. We're putting our combinations together. And now we're going to add our sprawls in there. Every 15 seconds, we're going to practice on sprawling. I sprawl, push back, circle, jab, jab, cross. And again, it's at your own pace. As you get more fluid with it, you build that myelin, you're going to go faster and faster and be able to go harder and harder. All right? There's a perfect drill for this exercise, sprawling and brawling, practicing on your sprawl. So a strengthening exercise for our sprawls, we're going to demonstrate, we're going to use a medicine ball for this. Angela's going to demonstrate the first sprawls. We need to really strengthen our backside, our hamstrings. That's help us push back our lower back so we can arch. It's all our backside where we're hipping into them, right? That's we're using our core and our legs. So what Angela's going to do, just to practice these sprawls and get more explosive with the sprawls and build up your hips, because hips are one of the most important things in striking, in wrestling, and jiu-jitsu, all right? So this is just strictly for strengthening. It's not exactly for technique because we're not going to be pushing back and circling. What we're going to do, Angela's going to put her hands on the ball. We're going to kick back, sag our hips, okay? From here, we're going to jump our feet up by the ball with at the same motion, up and slam. Good. Catch it, sprawl, up, slam, okay? It's a really, really good core workout. We're working everything. We're working our arms, our legs, and we're just focusing on getting more explosive hips so we can stop those takedowns and keep it on the feet if we want to. So Angela's going to demonstrate. She's going to put her she's going to sprawl back, hips to the ground. Good. Oh, it's good. She's good. She'll do it again. She's going to sprawl back, hips to the ground. She's going to jump her feet up, grab the ball, pick it up, and slam. Good. Catch it, and she's doing it again. Back up. Boom. Good. And she's going to do 20 of these. Well, she's not going to do 20 now. You're going to do 20 of these. And you get 20 of these with a 1-minute break, right? You want to do about 5 rounds. If 5 is a little bit too much, start at 2, work to 3, but eventually you want to get to 5 rounds where you can pump these out really quick in about 50 seconds to under a minute, and then you get a minute break. You're going to do it again. So we get that interval training going, and we strengthen up that whole backside of our body, get that core working, and we get explosive hips so we can we can get harder punches, faster punches, stronger punches.
Real quick, one more thing before you go. I want to make sure you know that there is no correlation between how hard you work and how much fat you melt or how much muscle you build. Alright? There's enough science, enough data out there that there's absolutely no correlation between hard work and results. Alright? There's a difference between movement and achievement. Alright? If you want to learn my best tips, what I call the 5% hacks that allow you to get maximum results, maximum fat loss, maximum lean muscle gain, I want you to go to the link that's on the bottom of this page, or you can click on the link in the description. Alright, you're going to get a complete system for melting fat in an intelligent and streamlined system. I'll see you there.